Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel, Resin Me Up. We're going to do something a little different today, something I've never done, which is a dragon. I figured since, the Chinese New Year is the year of the dragon, I thought I would get this out. I got this last year and I've never done anything with it because, and let me explain why. Because Amazon has a series of these, and I really want to get the whole series. And basically, this one is called the Magical Crystal Water Dragon. And in this series, they have a magical fairy, a magical sky, and magical rainbow. So there's 4 in this series. And then by this same company, and I can't pronounce the name of it, but it's spelled KAKIWYHHH. So if you want to get on Amazon, and I'll link this in my description box, so don't worry about that. But these molds, they range anywhere from $12 to $22. And they have, and they're all dragons, but they have a monster series, a baby dragon series, a wolf dragon series, a water dragon series, and a crystal, and that's the crystal one is one I have today. And so anyway, I thought they're really cool. And I mean, I'm not a big dragon fan, but I thought this mold was really cool. And if you can look in there, it's got all these little nooks and crannies and stuff in there, and little embellishments and all that good stuff. And so I am going to use some mica powder, and we're going to use the Astoyo micas and 1 Let's Resin. And the only reason why is because Astoyo doesn't have like a really bright pink. The only bright pink they have is this one, and it's called Sakura. And I want it to be that bright. So that's the difference between the two. So me and my orchid with Let's Resin, it's really a bright pink. So that's what we're going to do today. Now, I want to make his spine that goes right down the middle. I want to make it this teal color. And then on his tail, I want to start with purple and go in with the pink and yellow, and same way on his fins out here. And then on these little tiny embellishments right here, I hope I can do this with my brush. I may have to get a smaller brush, but I want to make those like pink and purple. And then on his side where his scales are, I'm going to do that in either this pink, I think this light pink, because I want it to be a lighter color. So, I don't know. Let's give it a shot, guys. We're going to do him real colorful. So, let's get started. Some of these I haven't opened yet, so I've been wanting to test out these Astoyo mica powders, and I haven't had a chance to do that yet. So I thought this would be the perfect opportunity to do that. So let me go ahead and get these open real quick. Like I said, I haven't used any of them. I got them, and like I said, I was so wrapped up in my last video trying to get that frame done, with recording it once and then recording it a second time, and that was a nightmare. But it's done, it's posted. Hold on. never fails. It's almost like Sylvia knows that I'm doing a video. It's like she's napping, and then I come in here and start videoing, and it never fails. She comes a running, and then the dog starts barking. Goodness gracious. I can't win, you guys. All right, and we'll open this one just in case. I don't know if I'll use it or not, but we'll open it just in case. Oh. Because I don't know if it's going to be bright enough. All right, we'll put the lids behind these. I guess these don't have anything on them, so I guess it really doesn't matter what those look like. Okay, so I'm going to get down in there on that spine first because I don't want all the other colors to get in there and touch that first. So let's see what we can do. And they're pretty deep reservoirs in there. See how well these work. Now these mica powders from Astoyo, they are a pearlescent. So, and this is, like I said, the first time I've used them, so I have no idea how well they work with brushing them on. Pretty color. Goodness gracious. Pretty, pretty. Okay. And I'm going to get a wet wipe because I want to make sure that I wipe off where I don't want the mica powder to be, which is on the side here, because I want that to be pink. As long as I keep them cleaned up while I'm doing it, then it won't be so much to clean up at the end. All right, there's that. Okay, I'm gonna let that dry in there, and I'm gonna start down here with the tail with the purple. I want to make sure you guys can see, because I've zoomed you in so that you can see this better. I don't know if this is dark enough, but I did hear from Marva. Heard back from Marva this morning. She's doing much better. I'm not going to elaborate on what's going on with her because that's not my place. I'm going to let her tell her story when she comes back, but the good news is that she's doing much better. And they did figure out what was going on, and they've got everything under control. So that's a good thing. I told her, I was just joking around with her last night, but I told her, I said, girl, I said, you need to quit being lazy and get back to work. Quit slacking. I was just gosh darn glad to hear that they got everything figured out and she was on the mend. Because I have just been so worried about her. And it's been terrible. I don't know. I haven't known what to do with myself at night because, you know, for ever and ever, amen, I've watched her videos faithfully every night. I had to literally watch a movie last night because I didn't have her to watch. I'm a huge based on a true story movies. So when I go looking for movies, that's what I go to look for, is based on a true stories. And so I found one. It was quite good. It was called Rear View. And it was based in London. And it was about these girls that were getting kidnapped, but it was all based on a true story. Okay, there's the purple. that is it. Is that like the most colorful dragon you've ever seen? Well, it is a crystal dragon, so. All right, guys, I'm going to put you on hold, or pause, I mean, and then I'm going to go mix up some resin, and I will be right back. Clean up this mess. I'll be right back. Okay, everyone, we're back. Gosh, has anyone ever used their the eye candy Cocoyo Black pigment paste? Whew, that stuff is so messy. Messy, messy, messy. Got it all over my gloves, and then I got it all over my hands, and ugh, no matter where you touch, it seems like that stuff is everywhere. Okay. And now my hands are wet, so I'm not going to put gloves back on, so just have to deal with it, I guess. All right. I'm going to pour this in. It's black. I'm just going to start in the Okay, I think that's full. Now I have big plans for this black. Okay, I am going to spray alcohol. Let those bubbles come to the surface. And then we will be back when it's cured. Can't wait to get it out of the mold. All right, guys, I'm going to put this under my, that's what this is for. I'm going to put it underneath my resin machine, my resin drying machine, curing machine. And we'll be back when it's ready, guys. See you in a little bit. Should be about an hour. Bye. Hi, everyone. We're back. We're ready to get this out of the mold. Looks like I had a couple bubbles there. That's all right. Okay. Let's see which way we want to go with this. I think I'll just start taking it out. It's really a squishy mold, so I don't think it really matters. Got a lot of cleanup to do there. Oh my goodness, whoopsies. We got some bubbles right there. It's the only place, too. I didn't squish it hard enough. But how pretty is that? Isn't that pretty? Very pretty. I'm wondering how it would have looked if I would have backed it with white. If the colors would have been more pastel versus darker. You know? Because, you know, when you back something with white, you get a more pastel. I really thought about doing the white. You know, I always say Go with your gut. And that was my gut. But then I thought, well, but he is pretty. Pretty, pretty, pretty. Give him some eyeballs. Some places it looks like where I missed getting that mica powder on there. There. Now he's got eyes. How pretty is that? I can fix that, I think, maybe, with a little bit of UV resin and some glue, but I squished it. I just didn't squish that part of it enough because all the rest of this came out just perfect. But I think I'll do it again with a different color, you know, and do white just to see if it does anything different. But he's very pretty. Very, very pretty. What do you guys think? Any cute? It's very cute. Just gonna grab a piece of white paper here to put it on. Just so you can see what he looks like with a white background versus a black background. Very cute, very pretty. But I do think those colors would have popped more, I think, if it would have been a white background versus black. There you go, guys. There's my little dragon. I do want all of the dragons in this magical series, so I'm just going to have to order them a little at a time because of how expensive they are. But I will get the next one and we'll see what we can do with that. So yeah. Oh, I forgot. I have a little bonus unmolding because I had some extra black left over and I told you guys I was going to use that black for something. Well, I made a little box mold, just a little one, and I decided to experiment with those Lightwish alcohol inks. And so what I did was I just took all 5 colors and I just poured them around into the bottom of it, and then I just poured the black right on top of it. So let's see what it looks like. This is probably still a little soft. When I poured it in there and all those colors started to move in there, oh my gosh, it was so pretty. Oh, if I can get this to roll, come on, roll with me. Roll with me. There we go. Oh, come on. It's a new mold. Never used it. So it's a little stiff. Some of it's stuck on the bottom. Well, that's kind of cool. Look at that. All the way around it's got little traces of that. Imagine what that would look like with clear. And I did the same thing with the lid. It's still a little damp. It's probably too early to be taking these out of here, but we'll take it out anyway. Be a rebel. Look at that. Isn't that cool? That is so cool. It's very cool. I don't want to push it because it's still a little wet. But yeah, that's a really cool effect. I want to play with those little light wish things a lot because I think they're really neat, really cool. So I need to let that finish. It's a little bendy still. So anyway, there you go, guys. Oh, and the other day I had some of that left over and I put it on the back of a keychain that I had laying here. And, you know, because I always have molds laying around here. And when I was making that frame, and so I threw some of that into this little flower mold. And you can see the colors in there. And then today I just put what was left of the black on the back of that, so you can see how that looks too. Those alcohol inks are pretty cool. So that's a cute little keychain. Yeah. So, all right, guys, that's it for this video. I don't know what I'm going to do next. I have to really think about it. But I'll come up with something. I need to come up with something I haven't done for a very long time, I think. So I'll come up with something, but I'll see you guys on the next video. Take care, everybody. Bye.